Welcome to the OCE Championship Finals Pre Show, where we delve into the teams approaching the OCE Championship.
We have 4 teams coming into the finals, but only the best 2 teams can represent Oceania at the RLCS World Championship, and only 1 team can be the champions.
But before we look at the finals, we have to take a step back and look at the journeys these teams have made.
Our top seed Chiefs Esports Club come into the finals off a clean 7-0 domination of league play. Chiefs are looking to take out their 3rd consecutive OCE Championship and go all the way on the world stage. We've seen Jake move forward as the true captain of the team, Torsos has had some incredible series-winning performances, and Drippe has shown that he has found a new level of stardom. Can they prove that they are once again the best team in the region?
Ball in front of net, demolition, slow things down. That was from CJM. There's the touch that we were waiting for. The crossbar. God.
Yeah, and that's the Drippe we know and love. It may not have been the perfect shot, but it was the right amount to get it in, and that's what we expect to see from him.
Saw that one come off the corner.
That's the second opportunity. They could be up 2-1 at this point in time with just big counter-attack plays.
Great pass, actually set up for the Chiefs, and this is why the Chiefs look so much cleaner.
So clever. Look how quickly Jake gets his pass. He's never slowing down at a point. He never worries about looking for the pass. He knows Drippe is going to be there.
Walcott forced to get up, and now he's out of position with the Chiefs finding one in, and it's Torsos. The nail comes again.
What a beautiful shot. Is taking it off the wall like that, be able to have the boost with Pepper just the right amount to get the angle to finish that is some serious mechanical skill.
Waiting around, pacing with Jake. The Chiefs want to bang it down, and good demolition to do so.
The hat-trick for Torsos. What a big game he's having so far. And this is the perfect example of the angles that Torsos gets. And he beats Siki to the ball, one of the fastest players.
And takes them down to the bottom position, and they could stay there. Maybe with the light pop up. This is going to be a goal from Jake, and the first one's kicked off well.
And that's the start we expect after that 5-0 finish. They're just going to keep going strong. They like to have a little bit of an iffy first game, as you mentioned. Momentum's a lie, and they just power you through the rest of it.
So in situations like that, where he's been put on the back foot, he can finish it off. And Torsos with the drop.
Yeah, the usual, he said, just another walk in the park. And Torsos has always managed to get the majority of the double touches from the Chiefs.
Shady all the way back in case something went wrong.
Great setup from Drippe. Jake dunks it down. The Chiefs in the lead.
Jake, he has been a monster in attack this season, and he's showing why. Look at this quick backboard play. They had to defend the shot. He went high, and he followed it up himself.
Joining the Big Four, Legacy have proven throughout the season that they are without a doubt worthy of an OCE Championship title. Surprising many with their growth and ability to adapt, Legacy Esports continue to thrive under the pressure. With newcomer Delusion, all questions have been answered with MVP-level performances. Siki finding his light this season, and Cyrix coming out of the net. With the domination of this new squad, Legacy Esports could be going to RLCS for the very first time. It was there for Lexicili. It's well defended by Legacy Esports. The counterattack's so easy. And 3-0 is starting to run away.
That's what I've expected. We haven't seen a 3-0 today, and with our top teams coming through, we've seen Chiefs, we've seen Darksided, and they weren't able to pull any hard, convincing stomps.
Delusion now playing slow. He's gotten to pass both. That is the calmness of a rookie player.
The solo play coming out, and this is Delusion's specialty. He loves the dribbles. He wants to have the best round game in OCE, and that's a great start.
Delusion now passing it upfield. Cyrix is there. That's a banger of a shot.
Yeah, the geometry plays of Cyrix just smashing it right back down. They saw what Lovedex tried to go for, and they said, you know what, Mysterix, we can do it better.
1-2, how the hell do you do? Legacy Esports come out and they say, we're talking to you. Delusion was able to get it past one, but the Chiefs are still getting these passes on point. Siki's on the wall there. He centers it. Great play from Legacy.
This is the creativity we're looking from Legacy. The pass off the backboard by Siki, and that is showing why he's the golden boy for Legacy.
Yeah, despite the fact we are seeing Jam pressured into their half, they have just conceded it with Syrinx pulling another one.
That was what we wanted to see from Legacy Esports, and Delusion has been the man of this game. Syrinx now taking over charges. That was a neat angle. Keeping it high, exactly where they like it. Jules drops down and Kami walks all the way back. They're a little bit scared of Legacy right now. And with a setup like that, why wouldn't you be?
Just so quick off the corner. The pass out from Delusion. He's the third highest passer. And he's the second highest goal scorer across the entire league.
We'll go a little bit past it. Delusion trying to rotate with it. Legacy Esports have had such a dominant series. Capitalizing on the mistake, Delusion gets the third.
Yeah, they are just running away with this series. After their dominant last match, they're running it through to this one, and Delusion is just taking them apart.
Desperate to go international, Darksided have put in the hard yards throughout the season. While Express is looking to return to the World Championship, the stylish Shady and aggressive Dumbo have been grasping for it for the last two OCE Championship finals. After a narrow victory against Tainted Minds in the top 6 playoffs and their 3-1 victory over Legacy Esports in league play, they are looking like a top potential for going overseas.
Express, he's up for it. This is going to hit the backboard. It's not defended. Might open things up, and it does.
It's the Express and Shady combo. Just Express getting up to this so fast and at the same time threatening the double touch, which meant somebody had to jump up to try and stop it.
Matching now. Express up to the ball. That backboard hasn't been touched. It opens it up for Express.
It's all good and well to have backboard defense, but when your opposition are in your head 3 steps ahead, knowing exactly how it's going to come back, oh boy.
Over the side, off the corner. Decker now pushing forward, but Express winning the ball. Trying to clean it up, and he does. That is the redemption.
This is domination coming out from Darksided. They're just flying over the top of Jam Gaming, and that's such a difficult read.
In front of net, Daze is there. All brought all the way back, and interesting stuff so far on the defensive again. Finally finding the first one through.
Shady the Sniper, welcome back to the game, buddy. Here's a powerhouse shooter and can find the most disgusting angles, but this time it's all about the pass plays.
Shady's there, light touch. Darksided 15 seconds in. 2 minutes 20 remaining. Express over the side. Kami over to CJ. Great pass. Locking it in. It will hit the crossbar. Kami comes back in. Again, crossbar. Jules to finish. Doesn't get it in. And the defense from Darksided is literally like the Berlin Wall. Means that Darksided are starting to come online, and things like this for Dumbo are getting easier.
Dumbo is the goal scorer. I have said it before with Shady, I was slightly off on my numbers, but he's the guy that's been carrying so many of their games.
Dumbo comes up for the ball. Express is rotating back. Now watch the Chiefs because they're playing on the right wing. Stolen again. Drippe the one, the confidence, the boost. How do we see it going? Drippe off the side will now lose out to Dumbo. The pass from Shady. Darksided get the first.
That was just amazing. What a shot coming out. Dumbo finding that angle in.
After a shaky start to the season, Tainted Minds have finished off strong. With such a fast-moving team, it could be hard for the other teams to catch up. With the new incorporation of Jules into the roster, CJ and Kami have proven they have the ability to adapt, and deservingly bring themselves back into contention for an RLCS ticket. After coming back from the World Championship last season, all eyes will be on them as they attempt to make the return trip, starting with their match against the Chiefs.
Slowly being taken apart.
This is a passing play. This is what we wanted to see, Korea.
This is what we needed from them, and this is what they're famous for. The pass plays involving Kami, typically CJ as well, but Jules is not afraid to step up to the plate and help out because he's played with these guys so much.
CJ now waiting patiently for the ball. It's not really touched. The pass over to Kami, the 1-2, and the 3. That's what Tainted Minds are known for.
Kami stepping up. He is one of the best players here in the region, and look at this play. The first touch was perfection and just finishes that off.
Jake around here as well. CJ, the angle in. Jules waiting patiently. He's going to have to get up to the ball. Torsos is not there. Hits the backboard. An opportunity for CJ.
Good setup by Jules. Up to the ball quickly and hits the backboard. This is him stepping up and causing a bit of confusion because Torsos is normally one of the fastest players in the air and he beat him out.
They had that backboard defense and the goal's coming through. Again, Jules for that hat trick. What great pass plays Tainted Minds is pulling out.
Send a letter home to Nan because that one is going in the photo book.
Minute 15, Kami's really running out for Tainted Minds, and I fear that Darkseid may have just done enough, but the angle from Kami.
That's why you have players like Kami. He can take those angles and convert them into goals. And it's the passes that come out. As we talked about before, Jules sets up amazing passes.
Going for the bump, the demolition, the finisher for CJ. As soon as I say it.
We're seeing the pass plays come out. This is going to be a great game already. We're seeing Tainted Minds starting to pass off the backboard. Jules doesn't necessarily finish the shot himself, but CJ has the confidence and runs forward.
Tainted Minds play fast and hard to get, but it's always worth it in the end. 20 seconds to pass, bringing the ball forward now on the defensive, but for no longer. Jules clears it away. Kami reads this one perfectly. Comes off that back wall now for the dunk down. Good angle from CJ.
This angle was perfection. Look at him get up to the ball so quickly and send that straight into the right-hand side of the net.
We've had some standout performances and big moments in the OCE Championship for the start of 2018, but 3 stood higher than the rest.
The top goal scorer of the season was Chiefs Drippe with a staggering 1.19 goals per game. He's consistently been a key member of the Chiefs offense every single week, and his star-studded performance has led Chiefs to completing their undefeated run.
But of course, Drippe would not be without Jake, who joins him in the limelight with top assists. Boasting 0.9 assists over the course of league play, Jake has defined himself in a big way and will continue to show how dangerous he really is.
Attempting to keep his team in the competition, Legs Are Silly's Sammy saved goal after goal, holding the net vehemently for 2.11 saves per game. A record performance from the rookie gave Legs Are Silly the foot up in the last week, but they unfortunately bowed out of the competition early.
During the season, the casters put in their predictions for who was going to win a series, and unfortunately, some of us didn't come out ahead.
It's funny you mentioned that. You were the caster who came out 0-8 on the Jam Gaming predictions.
Well, unfortunately, I backed Jam in every single moment except the Tainted Minds series at the start of league play.
Feels bad, man, but I have to give a huge shout out to Wolfie, who got 6 out of 6 of his predictions correct.
It was very well done. He came onto the desk and proved that he knew what he was talking about and that I was still wrong.
At least he knew how to say that Legs Are Silly were going to lose.
With 2 qualification spots on the line this weekend, teams will have to start looking internationally. And we know that the number 1 seed from OCE will be up against the 4th NA seed in Evil Geniuses, while the 2nd seed have to fight the previous finalists in Complexity Gaming.
Even if you were to win against EG, you then have to go on to verse the reigning world champions Gale Force Esports, while 2nd seed have to go up against G2.
And don't forget they're playing for a record-breaking $250,000 US. With a strong league play from each of these teams, here is how it finished.
While Chiefs stood out on top, Legacy, Tainted Minds, and Darksided were all incredibly close. Just 1 series separating them, and that's a great sign at just how intense the finals will be.
And coming up in the finals, the first game will be a doozy with Chiefs taking on Tainted Minds. And on the other side of the bracket, Legacy Esports will be head-to-head with Darksided. For now, however, that's all from us. Stay tuned for the OCE Championship Finals that are coming up next.